The dark side of realtors and real estate. Some of the craziest things real estate agents have seen, or people selling their homes have seen, or have had to actually be a part of. There was no lack of stories.
I would imagine.
Yeah. I don't think you had to look far for these.
I went into some places that I didn't expect to see myself, but I came out with some great stories, and that's what matters, man.
Are you okay? Because this is what, your third now deep dive into some darkness? You know, I don't want it to change you.
We started with Disney, then we did Chuck E. Cheese, then we did movie theaters, and now we're doing real estate, so it's my fourth.
Yes.
I kind of like it. I think this is how I came up with the busted baby bracket. All right, so first, on her podcast, Real Estate Real Laughs, LA-based real estate agent Valerie Fitzgerald shared a client faked their own murder to get out of a contract.
Wow.
Wait, how?
I don't know. I don't have the specifics because you have to listen to the entire podcast episode. And apparently she doesn't share names, and she deals with a lot of celebrities. But yeah, said a client faked their own murder to get out of a contract.
I guess that's one way to do it.
That is one way to do it.
Well, celebs have death hoaxes all the time. It wouldn't surprise me if this was a pretty high-profile client.
She walked into, and this is also from Valerie Fitzgerald. She says she walked into a Beverly Hills home about to hit the market, had no furniture, just tall rows of cages filled with snakes. The seller was a well-known rock star. She won't name names. She said, I told him I couldn't show the house like this with all the snakes. And he said, but they're my kids.
I wonder who that was.
I don't know. There was some suggestions that it was like a member of the band Slayer who has like an affinity for snakes or something like that. But so, yeah.
No, it's just Taylor Swift in the middle of her Reputation era.
There you go. All right. Next, an agent said, my favorite thing I've seen at a property for sale. And I'm going to go ahead and give the kid warning here. I'm going to be delicate with the language, but some of this stuff is going to be a little hard to explain. So the favorite thing this agent saw, a primary bedroom had some very exciting gymnastic apparatus that made it clear that the sellers not only liked to have private parties, but they liked people to watch. There was an actual viewing platform in the bedroom where people could be above the bed looking down.
What? I sound like one of them books y'all like to read.
Yeah, this is no surprise to me.
All right, next. One seller wanted a lock for the fridge because agents were stealing her food. Not people coming in to see the house, the agents. She canceled her listing contract and demanded a gift card to a local grocery store as payback for the stolen food. There's video surveillance of a guy who drank right from the seller's milk carton.
Wow, that's disgusting.
In this economy, give them that grocery store gift card.
Like they were just, they were opening the fridge and just going in and taking stuff.
I always thought that was weird, being that trusting in people's food that you don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right, this one it's just so weird, and I would love to be a fly on the wall if you're like looking at a house and there's somebody hiding under the covers. So the seller of this house. Normally, when somebody comes in, you do a showing, the seller leaves, right? You vacate the property, and then you come back after a potential home buyer comes through. So this seller decided that they wanted to stay in the house for the showings, and she hid under the covers of her bed. So not under the bed. She was literally laying in the bed with the covers over top of her.
It's not even a good hiding spot.
No, it wasn't subtle. It was very strange. When confronted by the listing agent, like, why are you hiding under the covers when we're bringing people in? She always denied it.
What?
It's so obvious, though.
I know.
We're looking at you.
But she's like, I'm not here. You can't see me. I can't see you.
So imagine being the agent and bringing people in, and there's a body underneath the covers, and it's not moving because she's just there. And then afterwards, your agent's like, hey, why are you doing that? She's like, I'm not doing that. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
All right, this one, cute or creepy, you all decide. An agent had a client go under contract multiple times where she would back out right after the home inspection every single time. The agent stuck with it, hoping it would turn into a commission check. It turns out that the client wasn't shopping for a house at all. She was shopping for a husband. She had a huge crush on the home inspector and would go under contract on a house just to have an excuse to see him. The agent had to fire her when she started calling the inspector at night.
She knows she can like email him or DM him. There's other ways rather than
say hello.
Yeah, say hello.
I'm going creepy, especially because she kept doing it.
Yep. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be the last one for this round. because the other one, I'm gonna have to do on our bonus content because it's a little graphic.
Those are the best ones.
Right. So I'll save that one for bonus. Like we did with the dark side of the movie theater. It's not as gross. It's just really twisted and messed up. But the last one here, and this one's intense. So David Keene, an LA-based agent, remembers the time a client, which was one of the city's most in-demand dominatrixes, and I mean they got to buy houses too, right?
Yeah.
Showed up to his office with the CEO of a major company in the back seat of her Range Rover. He was blindfolded, hogtied, and naked with a gag in his mouth.
Now that's definitely in the books that we read. I think I've seen this film before.
Imagine doing that with your client and being like, I got to go look at a house. I'm throwing you in the back of the car and we're going. And you're just going to have to stay there.
That's hilarious.
The Bert Show.